Good afternoon, beautiful and handsome students. I see you're all active today, and I can see that our attendance is complete. Aside from Lily, who messaged me earlier that she was not able to attend our class because she's not feeling well. So I hope our prayer leader for today, which is Karen, am I right? Yes. Please include her in our prayer later, okay? Before we start and before we move on to our prayer, I would like to remind each and every one of you what are our simple netiquettes inside the classroom. Can you state one, Geneva? Yes, very good. Always raise your hand when needed or when you want to recite or to say something. What else are the other two netiquettes that I kept on reminding you? Yes, Christelle. Yes. Always turn off or mute your microphone during discussions. And the last one is, who wants to share? Jella, I see you raising your hand. Very good. Always turn on your camera so I can see your beautiful and handsome faces. Okay? Okay, so now, Karen, can you lead us some prayer? Thank you. A moment of silence, students. Amen. Thank you, Karen, for that wonderful prayer. And now, may I ask the class secretary to please record the numbers of attendance for today. Thank you. Now, grab a partner and I want you to research or search in the internet what is Proverbs. Okay? Take note also all the categories and who is the mother of proverb. And while you're searching, we now go to our energizer. To make our discussion more lively, I'm going to tell you some proverbs. And I want you to discuss or tell me what are your insights or understanding about this. Okay? Okay. Now, first proverb, a pen is mightier than the sword. What do you think it wants to convey? Melanie? Yes, very good. It is used by shy people or those people who are not good in speeches. They use their pen to express their thoughts and ideas. Very good, Miss Melanie. Let's give her a virtual clap. Next. No man is an island. Kenneth is raising his hand. What is your understanding about this? Yes, very good. No man is an island talks also about teamwork. It is because there are things that you cannot do alone or an individual cannot do alone. He needs a partner or a team to make it perfect. When you are doing some activities that are you think is not appropriate for solo, you are going to ask for help. Yes, that's it. Very good, my beautiful students. How about my handsome students? Only Kenneth is raising his hands. Don't be shy. Third proverb, don't cry over spilled milk. I want to hear from David. Yes, very good. Keep on raising your hand and join the discussion, okay? Don't be shy. Let us hear your beautiful voice. Don't cry over spilled milk means a regression over a drastic decision. Especially among you adolescents, you keep on, you have this tendency that when you are mad, you are saying words that you cannot take it back. Or you are making decisions drastically that in the end, you are regretting. But you cannot do anything anymore because you have spilled it already. So beware. And lastly, two wrongs don't make a right. Apple. What do you think is the meaning of this? Or what is your understanding on this proverb? Yes, very good. Do not make the same mistakes. Or do not make another mistake trying to make the another mistake right. I hope that's understood for you, my dear students, because we are now moving to our lesson for today. And that is valuing our elders' wisdom. Lindsay, what do you think is our elders' wisdom? Very good. It is the Proverbs that leads us into righteous living. It's also the simple rule of our ancestors. Next, according to your searches, who is Damiana L. Eugenio? Yes, Christine? Very good. Damiana El Eugenio is the mother of Philippine folklore who compiled and edited that may very well considered as the most comprehensive collection of proverbs in our country. It also says here that she spent a lifetime collecting pieces of folk literature in revealing our ancestors' wisdom. Yes, Faith, you want to share something? Yes, very good. Damiana El Eugenio also declared that our elders lived by the simple yet meaningful rules of righteous living. These simple yet very meaningful rules are the Proverbs, which we are studying or discussing today. Now, what is Proverbs? Jella? Yes, it's called salawikain or sawikain in Tagalog. Most of the time, not only in Tagalog, but also in the provinces, we hear different versions of Proverbs or salawikain. In Tagalog, they have, and they also have in Ilocano version. They also have in Kapampangan version. They also have in Pangasinense, so on and so forth. Also in Visayas, okay? It's not because I did not mention, meaning they don't have. They also have, even in Mindanao. Yes, Joyce, you are raising your hand. Yes, very good. These are short sentences or phrases which refers to something most people have experienced. They have experienced it and they learned on it, and now they are sharing it to make the life of the next generation rightful. Yes, Christine, you are raising your hand also. You want to share something? Of course. This contains advice or affirm generally accepted truth. These are all based from personal experiences of our ancestors. So these proverbs are not just sentences or sayings, but these also are based through real life experience or their experiences. Yes, Leslie. Any additional? Yes, very good. Proverbs are commonly written in the form of short assertions or poetic two-liner which have a rhyme. You're all very active today. You're making me happy. Thank you, my dear students. Now, let's move forward. Proverbs said it has 6 categories. So, what are the 6 categories? According to your searches, Lindsay, it is a general attitude towards life and laws that govern life. Can you give me an example, David? So that is in Tagalog. So which means, very good. There is no earthly joy that is not watered with tears. Meaning, yes, very good, David. You need to walk through pain and sacrifices. You are shedding tears and sweat to achieve the sweetest reward. Very good, David. Now, what is the next proverb category? Adrian. Very good. Ethical proverbs recommending certain values and condemning certain vices. So, can you give me an example, Adrian? Exactly. Very famous quote. In other words, they call it short karma. No debt remains unpaid. In Tagalog, walang utang na di pinagbabayaran. Very good, Adrian. That's a very insightful one. Another category. You want to share with us, Luis? Exactly, very good. Expressing a system of values. And what are these? It's okay, Luis. Just mention something, even though it's from internet or from the search that you made. Yes. To tell you, my dear students, I am an Ilocana. So I can understand what Luis had said. He said, tinasadot abaro akas karni anadangro. It means a lazy young man is like a foul-smelling meat. It's all about the system values like when you are lazy of doing anything, nothing good will happen to you. You're gonna rot there without doing anything. Do you understand, my dear students? Okay, now let's move forward to the fourth category, expressing truths and observations about human life and human nature. I want to hear an example from Crystal. So quiet, Crystal. Is something wrong? Okay. Go ahead, my dear. Yes, they're just the same. Huli man daw at magaling na ihahabol din. It's the same as the saying, better late than never. A good thing is never too late. That's what they said. You need to be patient. Do not rush everything. You need to do your work, your job, or whatever you're doing slowly but surely. Also in life, it says that huli man daw at magaling na ihahabol din. It's like in getting married. Do not rush to get married just because your friends or your batch are all married. In God's perfect timing, you will soon get your turn. That's what it means. Do you get my point, my dear students? Okay, thank you. I like it. Now let's go to second to the last category. Yes, Melanie? Yes, humorous proverbs. And what are these humorous proverbs? Yes, these are proverbs that express some jokes, but it contains morals and lessons for everyday living. An example? Yes. Okay, sometimes it's kind of funny, but when you analyze the proverb, it contains a very deep meaning of a lesson. Like for example, Melanie's given example, kay tagal na nindahan, kabili-bili balindang. It means, in English, after shopping for a long time, he ended up with a poor purchase. Keep on choosing until you reach the end that you cannot choose anymore because what's left is the part that you don't like. So if you've given the chance, choose immediately. But make sure that you choose, yes, Apple. Yes, wisely. You need to choose wisely. In life, you don't rush all things. That's what all these proverbs are for. Oh, I forgot to put here the miscellaneous proverbs. Like humorous proverbs also, but these miscellaneous proverbs are all what we needed in our everyday living. Like for example, the sleeping boatman does not know the streams he has passed. It means that every day when you wake up, you need to open your eyes around you. Do not open one eye and close one eye to side just because you do not like. In life, in decision making, you need to hear every sides, you need to read every comments, and you need to balance before making a decision. That's what it means. Okay, my dear students, let's now move to next topic, a phrase. Why is phrase included in our topic? Yes, Karen? Yes, exactly. Earlier, we said that proverbs are group of words or sentence or phrases. That's why phrase is included because, yes, Jala, what do you want to share? Yes, phrases are Group of words that stand together as a single unit, typically a part of a clause or a sentence. But take note, my dear students, phrases does not contain a complete thought and consequently does not convey a complete thought, and it's incomplete word that cannot give the full meaning of the moral lesson. Now, we need to differentiate proverbs and phrase. So, proverbs versus phrase, the difference is under proverb, Joyce, kindly read. Thank you, Joyce, for reading. Now, you just remember, my dear students, that Proverbs expresses a complete thought, has a subject and verb, imparts, take note on this part, imparts moral lesson for righteous living, and emphasizes traditions and beliefs of a tribe. Thank you, Joyce, for reading. Now, I want Geneva to read the next phrase. Thank you, Geneva. You need to take note also, my dear students, that phrases cannot convey a complete thought. It's only a half of a sentence. It cannot stand alone. It only contains the subject, but it has no verb. Or maybe it contains a verb, but has no subject. It only expresses the concept or just a part of the topic. And it's the part of a clause or a sentence. Do you understand now, my dear students? Okay, now we move to the next lesson. I want you, my dear students, to use your internet again and provide the needed information on the table on the next slide. Prepare your one whole sheet of paper and I'll give you 15 minutes to do the activity. This is supposed to be a group activity, but since we are in an online class, you're just going to do it individually. And after that, you take a picture and send it to my messenger or send it to our GC so that my messenger won't flood and I will be able to check each and everyone's work. Okay, my dear students? So now, this is what you're going to look for. You are going to look for a unique non-Tagalog proverbs, an information about the indigenous group or region where this proverb came from, and a news report or feature article about the chosen group or region. And all your answers, write it on the box below on the corresponding section. Alright, my dear students, are we clear? Okay, so now I'm giving you your 15 minutes. Start searching now. Okay, my dear students, time's up. I hope you are now taking a picture of your work and sending it into our GC. While we're waiting for the others to submit their work, kindly prepare a 1/4 sheet of paper because we're going to have a short quiz about our topic. Any question? Did you understand our lesson, my dear students? Very good. And I think you are all very attentive because you are all active in our discussion. In our quiz, are you ready, my dear students? Kindly raise your hands if you are all ready. I can see 3 more not raising their hand. Okay, last one. Do you have your 1/4 piece of paper with you, my dear students? Okay, very active students. In our quiz, listen very carefully, my dear students. Write PR if the selection is a proverb and write PH if it is a phrase. Are we clear? Okay, my dear students, you can start now. There's number 1 and number 2 on the slide. Please click your raise hand if you are done. Okay. Yes, Jella. No, it's the same. I just translated it to Tagalog because I know that some of your classmates cannot understand fully English words because they are still learning. Sometimes they are having hard time. That's why I need to translate it to Tagalog in order for them to understand. Okay, I can see you're all raising your hand. So next slide. Again, just raise your hand if you are all done. Okay, I can see that all of you are done. My dear students, please take a picture and then send it to our secretary, Christelle. Kindly collect all their quizzes, okay? Then send it to me through messenger or through email. Okay, Now, my dear students, before we part, I would like you to take a screenshot of your assignment. Your assignment will be sent through Messenger or through email until tomorrow evening. So you have ample time to do your other activities. Kindly raise your hands if you are all done doing your screenshots. Okay. Now, I see that you're all done. Any other questions regarding our topic? None. I think you understand it all. That's it for today, my dear students. Until next meeting. See you again soon. Bye!